I'm going to show you how to do the impossible stitch. Now it's time for the impossible stitch. All right, so as I mentioned, and then I'm going to time lapse it. Let me get my 3 needles. I'm going to have 3 needles for this, because basically this is a feather stitch with 3 different embroidery thread colors. It has this ombre look, and it's gorgeous. So, got my light pink. Let me make sure. I got light pink. I got a medium pink. And I got a red. Do I like that red? I'm not sure I like that red. I feel like that red is a little too tomato. That's a bit nicer. But then does it go with that medium pink? See, this is the ever-loving conundrum that you always got to face. So let me see. Let me just audition. I love that term. Let me audition a slightly different pink. Nah, I like that pink. Whatever. This is a test. I don't care. I mean, I do care. Of course I care. But I care, but I also relinquish attachment to the outcome. All right. So, God damn it. Mary, don't hit the camera. Okay, so light pink. Let's get the light pink threaded up. Oh boy, here we go. 3 Rainiers in. See if we can do the... Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's great. I'm going to do the impossible stitch. 3 Rainiers in. Okay. 3rd pink. All right. Watch this go down. You're going to love this. That's pretty exciting. Now, I've done this impossible, quote unquote, impossible stitch. I did this on the hoop, which was less impossible on the hoop, slightly. Oh, crap. I got to do something. I forgot. Okay, first of all, I got to get rid of this sequin. Go away, sequin. Because on the hoop, I could turn it around. And on this thing, I'm very restricted. Hold on. All right, so here's what I just realized as I was putting all my needles into their assigned spots. I need to have, one of the things you will realize is when you're doing test stitching, as I've done here, it will teach you things about what you need to do for like reference lines. So for this, I'm going to have at least 2 additional reference lines. So a stitch marker will assist me in this enterprise. I'm looking at this guy, and I'm going to need a design line on the inside and a design line on the outside. So using my stitch marker, let us go forth and prosper. Remember, all of this is going to get washed away like the sins of my youth. Okay, that's reasonable, I think. All right, now I got my design lines. Yay me. Keep drinking beer. Okay, so here's what we gonna do. We're gonna start with our pink thread. And we'll put a knot in it. Now, what I'm gonna do, if I can, I'm going to start all the way up here and make a nice long tail, because when it's a nice long tail, that means I have enough thread that I can go back and tie it off when I want to. So we're going to start with the lightest thread on the inside. Let's do this. Let's just dive right in, shall we? All right, so we're going to go here, and let's see. Are we just going to follow? Yeah, let's follow the angle. Why don't we just follow the angle? Okay, so let's just leave that up. Now we have the second thread, medium pink. This is where it gets real challenging. And I've only done this in the hoop, so we'll see if this actually works out in the frame as well as I'm hoping it will. Okay, so come down here. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, as you will see as we kind of progress with this, thread management is the key. So let's see, how big do we want to make this stitch? Well, let's make it about the width of the design lines. So what I do is I leave the needle sticking up, because here's where that gets real tricky. This thread is going to come down. And you need something to keep that thread from going askew. So I'm going to take this thread and put the pink thread. I hope this is all coming across on camera and the brilliance and genius that it is. Because the problem that you're going to run into with this particular ridiculousness is all your thread underneath is going to want to get really messed up and tangled. Then you pull this guy, boom, let's see. Oh, that's looking beautiful. All right, stitch number 1 is done. You can give this guy a little tug just to make sure he, she, they are tight enough. And then we're going to put this guy right in the middle. And then it's time for the red, my favorite color in the whole world. Maybe I should use some black in this somewhere. I don't know. There's going to be plenty of black. It's black. It's a black canvas. All right, so this red, taking a look down there. Where are you? You're up there. Okay. Boy, this is fun. Okay, here comes the red, all the way down here. Now, this red is going to come. This is an impossible stitch, I tell you what. It's so clickbait. Okay, so we're going to hold this needle, and we're going to pull this thread like so. Then we're going to take this thread, and then we're also going to bring it up and over. Again, thread management. Thread management. Keeping everything as easy and peasy and lemon squeezy as possible. Then we pull the red, and we come here. And then we go back to our middle grade, our mid-grade pink, and we bring said thread back. And we come and we figure out where we want that needle to come. That seems mostly right there, I think. We keep that needle there and we pull through the red. Wow, that is the impossible stitch, my friends. And we're going to do that all the way around. Oh, damn, that's good right here. Let me do one more. Oh, no, that's good. I was afraid for a second that I had everything all janked up. Let me do 3 more of these just to prove that I can. Let's see, pull you through. Got a bing, bada boom. As we do that, we bring a red up here to make sure, as I said, thread management. Then we're going to come back to, then you're looking at where your last stitch was. So this one's going to go right about here. And then we go back to our light pink. See, I told you it wasn't impossible. It's just slightly challenging. Especially after you've had some beer. Okay, let's see. Oh, crud. Come on, dude. Oh, man, I probably ruined the Osmo shot. Oh, well. Okay, so let's see. Right about here. Yeah, looks good. Okay, then this needle goes down. Uh-oh, wrong one. Sorry. That one stays there. This one goes down. Kind of hard when you're not looking at the back to try to fix. Mother fudger. Okay. Dude, you piss me off now. Pink, light pink, light pink. I choose you. Okay, light pink, you go back here. I'm trying to teach people stuff. I'm trying to be a good influence to the maker community. Okay, see, and this is one of the problems you're going to run into. You're trying to pull, especially if you're not looking at the back, like I'm not able to do because I'm freaking cameras everywhere. But you'll end up pulling 2 threads at once. That's why I do this whole thread management hoo-ha. Okay, so we know that the medium pink needs to come back. Oh, this needs to go here. The medium pink needs to come back over the frame. Thread management is important. Okay, so now the pink, light pink, is going to come up. There we go, light pink. Oh, aren't you looking lovely? And so, as I mentioned, this is where tension gets to be an issue. And I mention tension because usually when you do a feather stitch like this, the thread provides its own tension because it's pulling itself. But in this case, I'm not even going to show. Well, I suppose I could show you what happens if you... do I dare? I'm scared. I'm very scared. If I pull one too much, that's what's going to happen. Something like that. Something janky is going to happen. If I pull the red one, that's what's going to happen. It's going to look all horrible. So what we want to do, and I'll try to make it look nice again because I do like to make things look nice. You gotta, that's why I do the thread management, is you gotta keep the tension really carefully even on all of these. So let's put the pink, I'm guessing it's kind of a 90-degree angle. I'm not sure if that's what I've been following to this point, but I suppose going forward I should. Okay, so let's get our medium pink from off the bench. And we come up here and we find the reasonably good spot kind of in the middle of those 2 design lines that is about the right length. And again, you could be super precise with this if you wanted. Grab that one, grab that one. All right, so then we hold on. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, now we're gonna take pink, light pink that is, of all the pinks. Put light pink over here. Make sure that there is no... Thing is, again, I mean, like, if you don't really care how the back of your embroidery looks, you can do whatever you want. But personally, I really care if the back of my embroidery looks terrible. Not everybody does, but I do. Okay, well, so we'll see. So this pink, as we see, is going into the middle. See, I feel like I'm starting to already drift slightly. But let's just stay with it and see what happens. Let's commit to the process. All right, so we know that the V of the red is in the middle here, right? That's where these design lines are both helpful, and also you have to kind of keep track of what is there and why they're there. Okay. Yes, okay, I think that's right. Do I sound confident? I sure hope so. It's kind of big, but again, this is just a test. And part of what this helps with, and this red is going to go here, is it helps with practice, obviously, but it also helps with figuring out what to avoid next time. I feel like that stitch is pretty dang big, but you know what? Here's what I think I did. No, we're in the middle. I didn't have them on a design line. Okay, that's fine. So then here, as you can see, this stitch is impossible. Okay, red, boom. Now that's looking weird, but you know, it's fine. It's just a test. I'm gonna see how it looks. Okay, red comes back. Okay, next one I need is light pink, which is in the needle right now. So, light pink comes up here. It's gonna go into the middle here. Okay. No, so medium pink, not light pink. And then light pink, oh dear, enters the arena. Okay, good, I think that's good. We take those 2 needles, we hold on for dear life. See, because this needle here, the reason I do it this way is this needle allows you to keep the tension on that V, which you really absolutely must have. There we go. You know, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to come at a 90-degree angle, because that's what I did up there. And then we go back to our medium pink. And we're going to do, I guess, one more stitch, and then I'm going to put it on time-lapse, because I'm sure you're sick of hearing me bloviate. Okay, come on now, I gotta find the right thing to grab that doesn't grab the things I don't want to grab. Okay. Yes. Here comes this. All right, so that's that. All right, and then that kind of gets tightened up, I guess, like that. Okay. And then I will show you, let me kind of put my needles into a reasonable spot. I will show you, before I put it on time lapse, what the back should look like. So the back, come on now, frame, should look something like this. It doesn't look gorgeous. So these long tails here are where I came from the knot. Wait, probably not even showing you. There we go. These long tails here are where I buried the knot. I'm going to snip those, and then when we're all done, I'm going to tie those off. Now, like I say, it doesn't look perfect. On this, it does not look perfect either. But it certainly looks better than a whole messy tangle that nobody needs to see. And by the way, I tell you, my backs are not 100% perfect. They're somewhat reasonably perfect. They're actually not. They're unreasonably unperfect. So what I will do with some of these places where, I didn't see little loops and things is, I'll go back, maybe put a little something on there. Sometimes I'll use a Magna-Tack or something if I'm really worried. But for the most part, these kind of things, if you put a backing on this, it's not going to be a problem. But that's the way I feel about it. We'll see if we turn you back around. Oh, come on now, you. Let's go. Okay, that is the impossible stitch. As I said, not that impossible. Only marginally impossible. I tell you what, here's what the impossible thing is. We'll see how this works out. You'll see in the time lapse how this works. I'll put this under the Osmo. Here's where I had problems. So I'm going around, everything's fine and dandy, and then you get to the end. Look at this, y'all. They do not meet up, do they? So I've got to avoid that on this particular instance, on this instantiation. That is why I do samples and tests and practices, because it tells you, because it tells you what could go wrong, what will go wrong, and what you need to watch out for. Anyway, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to put Osmo on time lapse. I'm going to get Stitchin.
Subscribe.